of the most chaotic and entertaining kilometres we've seen in the Giro d'Italia. Always offers so much each year, this race. This year is no different. It's been bumper, it's been brilliant. Let's see what happens in the final 10 today. The entrance to Brindisi just up the road. There's Arnaud Demar, who's won 2 stages so far for Groupama FDJ. Who's going to challenge him today? The Koenig Quick-Step looking after the pink jersey, also starting to think maybe about their own sprint finish as well. Will it be a day for Alvaro Hodge today? We've not seen him have a go yet.
I would think so. They put Kaiser back on the first of Demar's wins to try and kind of help him back. I would say this is a bit more suited to Ballerini, but Ballerini, he came so close in that stage, so it'll be their choice. Who's the best? Either Ballerini or Hodge. They'll have to make a choice.
Chat between Campanarts and the team car. Belgian time trialist protecting his Italian GC contender Domenico Pozzovivo. Pozzovivo started the day in his home region. Next door, he'll be hoping to just get over Seth. And look at how uncomfortable he is on the bike there. That injured elbow, absolutely destroyed by those crashes. But his form is said to be incredible. And I suppose he's shown it so far in the racing. You know, this is the stage that will have worried him the most. You know, he's not scared by the mountains, is he? That's his terrain. But he's getting through it. He's had help to do so. He's avoided that crash, and despite all the uncomfortable nature of his position there on the bike, and let's face it, he's never looked the best on the bike because of his size and his stature, but he's doing a great job there right at the front.
Yes, and he's done well so far. I'm not too sure the chiropractor of the team will like to hear the knock on the door every day and try and, you know, help him out, because it looks as if, you know, the right shoulder's up, the left shoulder's down because of that elbow. He's all over the place, but we know he's not got the, you know, a magnificent style, but he's been some rider, especially in the Giro d'Italia over the years.
Look at this, how they look after the leader. Pink jersey on the right-hand side.
Try to get him to the left.
Position. They're bringing him over on the right-hand side, and you can just see, make that little effort there. He's being dragged up, and he's going to move up to the left as we can see it.
The trouble is, it was James Knox that was in front of him, and James doesn't have the power to get past the riders that were in front of him, because James wanted to get him over to the left-hand side with the rest of his team. Poor wee James.
It's a great illustration, though, Connor, of the work that's required to look after a rider when he just loses the wheel.
Yeah, sometimes it can actually be quite hard if you're on the wheel, if you're getting protected, but say you're 7th man back in that line, you can kind of be put into the washing machine of the peloton, and you haven't got the confidence. You can be knocked off your team quite easily, even if you're the pink jersey, to be honest. So I think what happened there, he was knocked off his teammates, ended up on the wrong side of the peloton, and he had to be brought up the other side all the way around and back to the majority of the Koenig Quick-Step riders.
There's a roundabout coming up here, just in a few signals. And this is that moment again. Look, a couple of looks behind from Knox, Knox has got his arm out there.
Yeah, because of the sign at the side of the road there, it was just encroaching. They're trying to get him up. Knox is trying to get him on the wheel. He moves up. And then
that was Ballerini, by the way, doing the work.
Yeah.
That was Ballerini at the front. So again,
you have
if they were protecting him for the sprint, would they have him doing that job?
Yeah, you have to. Pink jersey first and foremost, but when you're at the front, you can see the Koenig Quick-Step is to punch not just go in one line, but trying to punch a kind of bigger hole, kind of spread out a little bit, and make the front, because a lot of these riders are all in one line, and that means that the kind of speed is on, but sometimes you want to kind of try and kind of bunch up a little bit, so that you can stay in team order. Like Connor says, you can get, if you're 5 or 6 back, you can get into the kind of washing machine effect, but you know, this is just a drag race round this dual carriageway now, just purely for position.
6Ks to go. Movistar doing that job at the moment. Eduardo Sepulveda towards the front. Just behind him, Albert Torres in the blue as well. Antonio Pedrero wearing 143 is the man being protected and kept at the front. He's at the back of that train. Still sits at a decent place in the general classification, actually. 1 minute 56 back, the Catalan rider. In fact, he's got Cataldo second wheel, and Torres is the man just sitting in front there of Pedrero. This is Brindisi. Looks rather beautiful, but it's going to get chaotic before we can appreciate that. And those final 5 kilometres heading in, there's around about 4 kilometres that they have to take the right hand side on, while still on this very famous Via Appia. Just before 2Ks to go is a right hand turn, 90 degrees. Another after that, then it's left, then it's right. Final kilometre straight into the line. Five Ks remain. The Koenig Quick Step looking for a win and looking to keep the pink jersey safe. NTT are up there with Pozzo Vivo. In the middle of the picture, it's Groupama FD Giro looking after Demar. He wants a hat-trick of wins already in 7 days. Lotto Soudal right in the left-hand side now in the black and red. Of course, it's been a stressful day for them with Harm Verhoeven. They want to keep him safe and get him home, tick off the day. Most of the guys, I think, after all the drama today, Brian, will be wanting to just tick it off, get home safe, get on to tomorrow. But there's a group of sprinters who know that there is a win up for grabs.
A lot of people are happy still to be here, still a main group. That, you know, when you consider what happened at the start of today's stage, it could have been in bits. But Israel Startup Nation on the left-hand side trying to look after their sprinter, Rudy Barbier. He's the rider just in the right in front of the Ineos rider. But it's just narrowing down a little bit with 4 kilometres to go, and we'll get this all the way in, but the pace is now being increased by Deconi Quickstep.
Israel Startup Nation, who have never won a stage at the Giro d'Italia. Rudy Barbier, one of 39 riders making his Grand Tour debut at this race, the 27-year-old. Going to get an opportunity today after not yet making any of the finishes. This is going to be the first proper bunch sprint we have had since the start of this Giro d'Italia, and we're already a week in.
Yeah, and who'd have thought that about 70, 80 kilometres ago?
It's been another dramatic day. Didn't quite explode where we expected it to explode, but it has gone off, this one today. The Koenig Quick Step yet again. Honoré at the front on the left-hand side. Behind him is Kessa. Who are they riding for today? Is it Ballerini or is it Hodge? On the right, you can see Steven Kruijswijk being brought to the front. He's sitting in third wheel there. He wants to get beyond this 3 kilometre to go marker and stay out of trouble. Tony Martin coming to work and clocking on before he'll clock off for the end of the day in a minute. 3 Ks to go. Kruijswijk kept safe, and that's one barrier already passed for the GC guys. Any crashes or incidents here, they will get the same time as they're beyond that 3K to go marker. UAE Emirates waiting for them to come to the front for Fernando Gaviria. Looks as though they're about to appear on the right-hand side in their white jerseys. Somewhere not far away, chance for Michael Matthews maybe. And looking at Gaviria, it's on the left-hand side. Today he's going to be led out by Sebastian Molano.
Yeah, Ricchesi
and
also
here comes
there.
The Israel Startup Nation on the right, Brian.
Yeah, Ricchesi still there, but none of the sprinters teams taking this up for the moment. It's still Jumbo-Visma, so sit and wait for the riders from Groupama FDJ.
This is the first of several right angle turns in this next kilometre. Right turn here, to followed by another yet again. It's Jos Fernando who takes it in the yellow, looking for his leader, Steven Kruijswijk. The sprint teams at the minute, Brian, seem to be holding off. We've got another right turn coming up, but as I say that, here come Groupama FDJ. The lead out starts for them.
Yeah, they've got numbers. They're leaving it late. GC rider over here on the right-hand side is Steven Kruijswijk, but they have got so many numbers here, Groupama FDJ. But I think the riders from Deconi Quickstep, Ballerini and Hodge, just basing their, like everybody, I think, will base their sprint off the train of Groupama.
Well, Ben Swift is following the wheels at the moment as well. He's sitting in fourth position following Jumbo-Visma. There's a left turn coming up here. Another 90 degree before the last one comes up just after it. And right before we get that to kilometre go. Again, making it more difficult each time to close the gap. There is Demar in the cyclone and jersey on the left-hand side for Groupama FDJ. Peter Sagan is around him. You can just see behind Ben Swift still there in the white jersey. Not far away is Fernando Gaviria as well. This is the final turn now, and they can see the finish line up ahead. 1 kilometre to go. Great job being done for Steven Kruijswijk today by Jos van Emden. That is the GC guys in position. Now it's down to the sprint trains, and it's Groupama FDJ who take it up. There's a little bit of shoulder barging going on behind, and it's involving Arnaud Demar. Just sitting behind him is Rax Richese. Richese will be the man after Molano to lead out, of course, Fernando Gaviria. It's Molano who's coming up on the left as we look at it now, but 700 metres to go, turns to 6, and Groupama are still there. Looking down for Peter Sagan, he's just following the wheels and sitting on the wheel of Gaviria right now. 500 metres remain, and look for Arnaud Demar, the sprinter of the moment, in 3rd position, and in that Maglia Ciclamino. Here though come UAE Emirates. It's Richese moving up, aborts his move as he's stuck on the wheel. Oh, it's all over the place. It's a right messy one, this, and it's going to be led out by Groupama FDJ. There goes Guarnieri, going to the line now. It's going to be launched very, very late indeed, and it's going to be Demar going all the way. Sagan behind him, Demar. Oh, and he's going to win at a canter. It's easy, does it, for Arnaud Demar. And a hat-trick for the Frenchman, who increases his lead in the Maglia Ciclamino. And there was really no contest there. Another win for Arnaud Demar. It's stage 7 of the Giro d'Italia. And Brian Smith, it's easy, does it?
Incredible when you think of it. Even Sagan, he's been showing that he's got really good form. Couldn't even come off the wheel of Arnaud Demar there. It was such a strong sprint. He is on fire. Whether it's hard uphill before the finish like yesterday, flat finish like today. But when you saw a few days ago, there was nothing much between Sagan and Demar. But that was well done. They held back. They hit out at the right time, and fastest man in the race won yet again.
Arnaud Demar, he's done it. We've had 7 stages at this 2020 Giro d'Italia. 3 of them have gone to the French national champion. Arnaud Demar is on fire. It was a messy sprint again. It was all over the place a little bit. But of course, if you stayed at the front and you'd done your work into that last kilometre, you had the best positions, and those who did that were in the best place to launch it. Again, Groupama FDJ controlled things, and that left Demar with an easier job. Here it is again, Brian.
Yeah, Milano comes up, or is it Richese just comes up the left-hand side there, but at the moment Gaviria was there, Sagan was there, and then we saw the hit out from Deconi Quickstep, going nowhere at the moment, but as soon as Demar takes it up, Gaviria just sits up. No power, no nothing. Good job from Ben Swift to get up there. But look at Sagan. No reaction. He couldn't react. He was on his limit. Absolutely on his limit. And he was on the wheel of Demar.
Matthews up there against Swift.
Yep.
Good ride from him. We noted he was towards the front. There is Rudy Barbier, and behind, I think this time it was Álvaro Hodge who was sprinting. Álvaro Hodge wearing 83 there. He's the man having a go. This is Demar. Again, Sagan knowing he's not going to get through there this time. 2nd place, Barbier coming around. Swift finishing 4th, Barbier in 5th. Hodge straight after that with Ballerini just behind him.
When you look at it from the sprint, right, he hits out now. Sagan just waiting. Gaviria
gives up.
Yeah, he just sits up straight away. He knew he wasn't. He's only interested in trying to win. Throw the bike from Demar. I don't think there was anything to he's just getting used to throwing the bike, I think it is. But I think Deconi Quickstep with Ballerini and Hodge got that totally wrong. But Sagan, right place at the right time. But this man is just so much faster than anybody else at the moment, and so much power.
Oh, Deconi Quickstep, as we said, have got several jobs at the moment. The main job of the day has been done by this man. Arnaud Demar wins stage 7, increases his lead in the Maglia Ciclamino, and yet again, Peter Sagan finishes 2nd. Super victory from Arnaud Demar. Today's the first real day they were targeting. They came into it with 2 bonus wins under their wings already, and they have certainly won well today. The first proper stage finish in Brindisi has been won by Arnaud Demar. Mix up behind for Deconi Quickstep. maybe a whatever we were doing moment from UAE Emirates. They didn't really get it right at all. Knew that Molano is in there. I'd forgotten about Richesi for a minute. He did come up at the end. A lot of firepower there for UAE Emirates to be misfiring. But there are bullets that are hitting the target every time they're fired at the moment by Arnaud Demar. Let's get the expert's view. Here is Bernie Eisel.
Giro d'Italia.
Great teamwork by Groupama FDC again. Guarnieri delivers Arnaud Demar to his third victory here in the Giro d'Italia. Amazing teamwork, and it was all about teamwork today. Also in the echelons, we could see two teams really controlling the race today, and that was Jumbo-Visma and the Koenig Quickstep, with two experienced riders, Jos van Emden and Ilio Kaiser. For me, you need, in a big team, you need experienced riders, because they can read the race, they bring the guys to the front, make important decisions, and that's what they did today. It was great to see these two guys leading the younger guys, actually, to perfection. And Almeida was never in trouble, and even Stefan Kruijswijk, who is a lightweight and not really a man for the crosswinds, but he was never in trouble, so it was really well. Like chaperons, they guided them through the race, and again, a great win by Arnaud Demar.
Arnaud Demar was there. Where was Elia Viviani? I can see Consonni, but I cannot see Viviani. There he is, back of this bunch. Never really in the mix. Disappointing for him after it looked so good. Well played, Ben Swift in the top four. And this is how it looks in the general classification. No change on a day where there could have been substantial changes. Joao Almeida takes the Maglia Rosa yet again, and he'll be feeling better and better as the days go by. Wilco Kelderman in second at 48 seconds. Pello Bilbao third on the podium at 49. The top 20, pardon me, still looks like this with no change for Yates. It could have been a bad day for him. Still in 19th and still in the game, you'd say, at 3:58. Masnada in 12th at 1:44. Pedrero, a couple of seconds lost for him in a bit of a split there, actually, at 2:02, and ouch. Not good news for Patrick Gamper. This is what we saw at the finish line. 13th win of the year for Arnaud Demar, who's on to his statistically most successful year of his career.